Good morning again, and welcome to the Brenda Perryman Show. And you know I love entertainers. I love them. Well, with me are two great entertainers, a man who tickles the ivories, Mr. Robert Jones, and a songstress extraordinaire, Miss Renee King Jackson. Good morning.
Good
It's a
morning.
pleasure being here.
Yes.
Oh, it's always wonderful to see you perform, see you perform.
All right.
I'm a
Thank
fan.
you.
So you
Thank you.
two are involved with this concert on the 18th, right?
Yes.
Yes. You know, Chef Phil asked me to cover his program while he was out, and because you know I'm a chef as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, I taught at
Oh,
Bright
yes.
Hop 32 years.
Oh,
I
yeah.
retired
I've been
from
over
there.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, you know, I always like to keep my cooking skills going. So I had never been there to cook, and so I really didn't know what to expect, you know. Although he did say a few things, I really didn't know that I was going
You
to
had
get
to
hooked
see it
on
to
it, you
know
know.
it. Uh-huh.
So anyway, I went and I was just so amazed at the work that they do. He and his crew, they do a fabulous job. And the thing is that you don't know how many people are coming in that day. So there's no reservations that says I'm coming today, or you know, give me a table of six, a table of four. You don't know how many people come. So it comes from like 75 to 100, sometimes 125 people a day.
Wow.
So and the other thing is you don't know how much food you have, and sometimes you don't know what food
Oh,
you're
okay.
gonna have. So you know you may have some food, but oh, how many people are coming, and will I have enough? So it keeps you on your toes, you know. But I was, you know, I know that there are some food programs, and their service may be 25, 30 people. These people come from, I don't know, everywhere. The doors are open. They know that they're there. Um,
So anybody could come?
anybody in the community. That's the beautiful thing about St. Matthew's, St. Joseph's. I mean, they're just. When I go there, I just want to stay there. They're just. I mean, you know,
It's
there's
that
just that
kind of
kind of.
community that,
Yes, and
yeah.
for them to want to service um, the least of these, you know, the least of those people who really need to and happily do so. I just, you know, I said, you know, we've got to do something because you can't really, as a professional, I know that you really cannot service well if you don't know if you're going to have a steak, one steak, 100 steaks, or if you're going to have five chickens or one chicken. You know what I'm saying? You
Yes.
need to have some kind of um, a partnership or sponsorship with grocers and store owners, and so if they, you know, if they would contribute something once a month to this program, then chef wouldn't have to worry about what am I going to cook on
Right,
Wednesday.
because a lot of places throw away stuff that could be
They
used. Yes.
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. And so it just got me to thinking because Rob and I have been together musically for over 30
Yeah.
years, you know,
Yeah.
and we had I'm
Yes.
telling you,
Yes.
and we've been known to have the baddest band in
I
the city.
know,
You
I know,
understand?
I know. She
Uh,
brings her band with her.
oh yeah, and of course he leads that up. So I said, you know, I got this big idea because you know I'm always thinking about something new.
Yeah, Mahalia.
Mahalia, and
Yes.
that's we're gonna revisit that soon, and I'll talk to you about that some other time. But I said, Rob, I said, what do you think? You know, you're launching, getting your new CD together. What do you think about uh, uh, donating your services to the St. Matthew St. Joseph's Church? He came over. Then he brought his wife over, who worked, not worked but volunteered during the summer, because you just get hooked on it, you know.
And it's so
Uh,
beautiful over there.
Right,
They
right.
treat you so good over there. Yeah.
yeah. So I said, why don't we do a concert? And all of the ticket proceeds go to feed the Wednesday feed the feed the homeless, or
The
feed the
hungry.
hungry,
Right.
Feed the
feed the
hungry.
hungry, and so I'm challenging. Um, because this is not going to be the end. I'm challenging all of my musician friends to think about doing the same thing.
Right.
Having maybe launching your CD party and inviting people. Maybe they bring canned foods for the thing.
Right, right, right.
Whatever you can do.
And it's that season now
It's
anyway.
that
Oh,
So
yes.
the concert is on the 18th. What time?
October 18th, Sunday, October the 18th
Uh-huh.
at
5
5
o'clock.
o'clock, and there will be an afterglow.
Okay.
And
Well, tell me about the concert. Who's in the and how do we get tickets?
you can get tickets at the church.
Right.
You can get tickets from me. I'm on
Where
Facebook.
tell them where the church is
The
again.
church is St. Matthew, St. Joseph. It's 8850 Woodward at King Street. And you can get tickets Monday through Thursday from 9:30 to 4. And the tickets are 20. Can I say what the price of
Yeah.
the tickets? The tickets are $20.
That's cheap.
That's cheap. It's cheap for what you're going to get, baby.
Right,
'Cause it's
right. I
gonna be
know. I
great.
mean, a concert.
Yes.
With who's on the concert besides yourself?
Okay, I got Ralph Armstrong. I have Ralph Armstrong.
Ralph.
I have Charles Hawkins on guitar.
Wow.
I have Brian Howland on drums, and I have two vocalists from the Funk Brothers, and I have Renee King Jackson, and I have Roger Tucker. He's going to make a special appearance.
Oh wow. Well, Renee, I told you we got to hear a few lines now. What are you gonna sing for my audience?
Oh, I hear music when I look at you. The beautiful dream of everything I ever knew. Down deep in my heart, I hear it play. I feel the sound and melt away. I hear music when I touch your hand. The beautiful melody from some enchanted land. Down deep in my heart, I hear it say, is this the day I alone have heard this mad refrain? I alone have heard this glad refrain. I tell you, must it be forever inside of me? Why can't I let this go? Why can't I let you know?
Bravo. Wow.
Thank you.
I mean, I just admire that so much. If I could just break into song, I break into rap, but I can't break into song.
But you're a good rapper, I tell you.
Yeah, girl. You've heard me
Yeah,
do my poetry.
Yes.
But wow, this is wonderful. Robert, how long have you been playing the piano?
I started taking lessons when I was a kid. At 8 years old, I started taking lessons, and I've been playing in a band since I was 14.
Wow.
He's 100 now.
Yeah, right. And you are just so fabulous. I mean,
Thank you.
every time I see her perform, she puts on a great show. That's the thing. A great show. I've seen her live and in color.
Yes.
So once again, let's remind the audience about the benefit.
October 18th, St. Matthew, St. Joseph Church at 5 p.m. Please come, and it's going to be a very worthy cause.
Yeah, let's get together. Let's get together. I want to come.
And there's an afterglow.
Yes.
Yeah, we get to taste some of Chef's food. He was very modest. He does all kinds of cuisines. I'm telling you, and I'm really picky, having taught culinary arts. I want to pass it on up, but I'm telling you, his food is mwah.
It's fabulous. I'm hungry already. What you cooking today, Chef? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank
thank
you.
you all so much on
Thank
the
you.
18th at St. Matthew and St. Joseph's Episcopal Church.
Yes.
See you then. I'm back with a very, very, benevolent and wonderful segment right now. I'd like to introduce my guests. They are Alethea Belfon and Philip Cox. And they are here with Renee King Jackson, who will be on in a minute, and Robert Jones, the great pianist. They'll be on in a few minutes. But they wanted to give some background to what is going to be going on at St. Matthew and St. Joseph's Episcopal Church. Why don't you tell us, Alethea?
Well, St. Matthew's, St. Joseph just celebrated 170 years of Christian witness. The old St. Matthew's was located at Ford Field, St. Antoine and Elizabeth, years ago. And
They need some church right now too. Ford Field does. The Lions are.
yes,
Anyway.
they do. So perhaps the spirit of old St. Matthew's will bring them forward. St. Joseph was at between Holbrook and King on Woodward Avenue. And so in the 70s, the two churches merged. The freeway was coming through where old St. Matthew's was, and people were moving to the suburbs. And so the Episcopal Church decided that it would be advantageous to merge the two churches.
Okay.
Old St. Matthew's had a tradition of always serving hot breakfast on Sunday morning. They did some lunches at that time, but predominantly was the
And
hot
who was
breakfast.
eligible for these breakfasts?
Basically, it was for the community. Members of the congregation, of course, but it was always open to people of the community. And so that tradition continued when the churches merged, and there was a development of what they called at that time a community companion program, which took place on Wednesday afternoon with a hot meal on Wednesday afternoon. So from that merger in the 70s to up through this past Wednesday, we have served hot breakfast every Sunday morning
Wow.
and hot lunch on Wednesday. And we
Just talking about it makes me hungry. And that's wonderful, though. That's what the church, Jesus did that,
This is true. This is true. One of the things that we looked at some years ago was the fact that everywhere you go, you line up to get served. Well, at St. Matthew, St. Joseph, we decided that we were going to try to do things a little differently. So we started serving family style. Now we have those big banquet tables that set 8 people. So we decided that we were going to put food on the end of each table, enough to serve 4 people with serving utensils. And we were asking 4 people to sit down and break bread together. And it was a little difficult at first because people were used to being served
Yeah.
and give you what I want you to
Right.
have.
But with family style, you pass around the food.
Exactly.
Now,
Exactly.
speaking of food, let's talk about the chef, Philip Cox. Phil,
Yes.
so tell me your part. I know you cook, but
Yeah, basically I cook, try to get the food together, whatever I can get from gleaners or people that contribute every week.
how would we contribute food, or could we do money, or how would we do this?
We'll take money, we will take gift cards, we will take, any type of sponsorship. Just we would like more of a commitment to once a month or, once a week somebody just donate bread or somebody do desserts or, if you like to donate a new freezer, like we need a new freezer, some equipment. We need serving utensils for, in order to serve family style or to serve restaurant style, you would need to have, several, dishes and several
Right.
serving equipment. And so that's, we just need any type of contribution would be, more than welcome.
How do you feel about this program?
Well, at first, I was always, I would help at the church, here and there. Every now and then I would, volunteer my services, but some people move on. And at first I wasn't, feeling too good about volunteering, but after a while, it became more of a necessity more than, something that I didn't want to do. So I really enjoy doing it more now because I get to open a box every week and, use my skills to figure out, what we can actually eat and stuff like that.
So you like to cook?
I love it, yeah, actually. I've been in restaurant business for a long time. And I started in the front of the house, so it took me a long time to get to the other side, which I enjoy a lot more than,
What do you mean you started in the front of the house?
I started bartending and training,
Okay.
scheduling people for, bartending, trainer, server trainer, manager trainer. And eventually I just said go ahead and, go to school and get the paper that really meant something. And I enjoy it more, actually, than
Right,
previously.
right,
So
right.
it helps.
Do you have any specialties?
Specialties. Not necessarily any specialties. I mean, I like my specialty is what I like to eat. So I like to eat lamb chops, and I'm a meat guy.
Oh,
Meat and potatoes, you know.
carnivore.
And I like, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
eat Northern African food and stuff like that.
Oh, you're experimental too.
Yeah, I'm very experimental.
Not me. Just keep me straight down the line. Well, this is a wonderful service because now you do that breakfast and now you do that lunch on Wednesdays. And you said something about the lunch. It's kind of a big lunch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more of a dinner. You know,
Yes.
that we definitely try to make sure if we can do appetizer, we will. But we try to make sure they get a raw vegetable, like a salad, for instance, and always, you know, a protein, a starch, and a cooked vegetable, as well as dessert, and of course something to drink as well.
Wow.
Philip is modest because I have seen him take what I thought could not serve 100 people and turn it into a delicious meal that was able to give a good, sustainable meal to over 100 people on Wednesdays. It's you know, I look at what we get in, and my thought is, it'll never work. And somehow Philip makes it happen.
Wow. Listen, you could come to my house and make it happen. Because like I was telling you, I used to cook every day. Now it just strains me to cook. It's so much easier to go pick up something and the like. I hope it never gets that way for you. So what do you have coming up?
Coming up, we have a wonderful concert. WRenee King.
I'm going to have her talk about that
Yes,
in
absolutely.
just a moment. What will that concert benefit?
That concert is designed to generate some funds to help us with the purchase of food, the purchase of, as Philip mentioned, we need supplies. We do need a new freezer.
Yes, I was going to mention that freezer. How much would a freezer run?
They run anywhere from, I believe, like $3,000 to $5,000.
Because they're big.
Yeah, they're large industrial freezers.
Right.
You know, when you're feeding that many people, and the program's going to grow as
Yes.
well, especially during the wintertime.
Yes, yes.
You need a large industrial freezer and refrigerator. You know, we have we have one refrigerator and one freezer right now, and they're full right now. So we really need that. those
Perhaps
extra two.
somebody really nice can
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Absolutely.
give you one. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I commend you so much. Well, we're going to go to a quick break, and we're going to talk to the entertainment for this concert. What date is the concert?
October 18th.
October 18th. Well,
Yep.
that's coming up.
Yep, very soon.
very
You
soon.
know, it's funny. It's October. It feels like I just said Happy New Year the other day. I mean, gosh, the years start creeping by so fast. We'll be back in just a moment with Wrenee King Jackson and Robert Jones. Thank you.